Morning, everyone. Sorry for the slight delay, technical glitch. And welcome to the last session of DigiTeach. This is a month-long learning series dedicated to our beloved teachers and is being brought to you by Philippine Society for Talent Development. Allow me to read some greetings through the chat box. Let me see. We have how many participants for now? We have 145 participants. Good morning, everyone. A blessed day to you, Lalaine. Good morning. Peter Paul, Jomar, Francesca, April, good morning. Magandang umaga, Valerie, Tony. Salamat for waiting. Nico, good morning. Romelita. Maayong buntag, Raul. Remeth, Orly, Norma, Victoria, from Malabon, Audrelyn, magandang umaga sa iyo. Jadeline, Pauline, good morning. Hello daw, Ma'am Jai, sabi ni Pauline. Ray, good morning sa iyo. From Kalibo, magandang umaga, Larry. Mayong buntag, Segundo, from Cebu. Ilocos Norte, meron tayong from Ilocos Norte. Magandang umaga. We have 199 participants. Alam niyo po, we are also Facebook, no? Live tayo sa Facebook. So your friends can join us through Facebook. And for those of you who have been with us through this journey, thank you for sharing the experience as we provide learning avenues for talent development practitioners during this pandemic period through Oakland Hope or Hang On People Enablers. By the way, I'm Luz Mercurio. I am the chair of PSTD's home series. You know, since May this year, we have been providing free webinars to help HR and learning professionals, including members of the academe, adapt to the fast-changing demand to teach and learn using the virtual platform. We have offered sessions and partnered with volunteer speakers and thought leaders from different parts of the world. We have almost 15,000 Zoom attendees and over 1 million minute views through Zoom and Facebook. 200 na po ang participants natin ngayon sa Zoom. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. And for those of you who have just joined our Learn from Home series, you can still view our recorded session when you visit our FB page. Just key in facebook.com/mypstd. Or you can visit us or follow us through various social media channels, including YouTube. And as we continue to provide relevant learning sessions, we also are keen to help sectors who are in need of focused support. We noticed that there was a growing number of educators who eagerly participated in our webinars last May. So we created a meaningful dialogue with them. Kumusta ka, teacher? Was a TNA sprint done via Zoom last June 5 and with over 1,000 participants. Our survey revealed that 1 out of 3 teachers felt unready for the resumption of classes due to lack of digital capacity. 1 out of 4 teachers were not confident to teach come start of classes because of issues brought about by the pandemic. You can see here at the top 5 training needs expressed by our teachers. Top 1 is digital learning tools and top 2 is managing emotions. These findings made our team decide to design a month-long focused program to inspire and raise the confidence of our educators with 4 major themes. Prepare the mind, first week. Prepare the heart, second week. Prepare the hand, third week. And this week, we are offering a powerful theme in preparing the soul. Aside from learning from our programs, we want our teachers to relax a bit at the end of the week as we offer Chillax with PST President John Baluyot as host. We introduce games and give out prizes from our generous sponsors every Friday night. It's also a review of what transpired or the 2 webinars offered to you within the week. Of course, we provide paid sessions to help sustain our organization. Support us by attending these 2 webinars with targeted themes. Now, first is Fundamentals of Facilitating Design Sprint on August 17 and 18 with Arthur Flores Jr. and Coaching versus Crisis on August 26 to 28 by May Soriano. Dear friends, we are a fast-growing organization, especially this year, and have become more strategic with our intention to further professionalize talent development in our country. We invite you to join us and be a PSTD member. We offer individual and corporate membership. Aside from opportunity to network with new and seasoned people enablers, you can enjoy special rates and free registrations to our events and learning activities. So visit us at www.pstd.org and click the link below. Be a member today. So now, as we prepare for this session, allow me to ask you to answer a quick poll. May I ask Jen, our technical specialist, to put up the poll? And this demographic check will help our guest speaker to know you better and provide practical examples that are relevant to your specific profile and interests. For now, we have 216 participants, and we're live at FB. Our demographic check questions: are you a public or private school teacher? Are you currently teaching in primary, secondary, tertiary, postgrad, vocational? Your age group. Fourth question, location of your school: Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Male, female, next question. And the final question, were you able to attend the PSTD TNA Sprint last June 5? So that's our demographic check for you. We'll wait for the result. We have Kurt from Maryland, USA. Good morning, Kurt. Welcome to our session. Lucky, maayong buntag sa iyo. And now we will be seeing what is the result of our survey. Just like the other sessions, we have 71% from the public school sector. And then currently teaching in secondary, we have 44%, followed by 29% primary. Third is tertiary at 13%. Postgrad, we have 8% and 5% vocational. Majority of our participants are age 31 to 40 at 31%. And meron po tayong 20 to 30 years old, 41 to 50, parehong 28 and 26% respectively. Salamat po sa mga apat na nag-join sa atin, 61 to 70 years old. Mabuhay po kayo. Thank you for joining us. And 76% joined us from Luzon, 17% from Visayas, and 7% from Mindanao. Mostly are female at 86%. And were you able to attend the PSTD TNA Sprint last June 5? 71% said no, 29% salamat po for joining. So that's our profile today. And I will be asking if some of you are co-teachers of our speakers today, or teachers of our guests today, friends. Kasi malawak ang fan base ng mga natin, ng speakers natin eh. So, sino ba ang mga presidente ng fans club ni Teacher Jai at saka ni Professor Pat? Dalawang professor po ito eh. Paki-sulat nyo sa chat box if you are friends, you were teachers, or you're students of our guests today. Gandang umaga po. I'm checking if we have Pat already.
Here.
Hello,
I'm here.
Pat. Good morning. Good morning to you. So,
good morning. Good morning,
excited na ako.
Luz.
I-introduce muna kita ng mabuti, Patricia. Meron po tayong technical difficulty, may iwasan yan. Pero, here we are. Let me
Oo nga.
introduce Yan, introduce kita muna, Pat. Maria Patricia Brillantes Silvestre is an associate professor and current chair of the Department of Musicology, College of Music at the University of the Philippines. She is a PM Musicology graduate, cum laude, and MA Spanish degree at the College of Arts and Letters in UP, and a Diploma de la Lengua Española como Lengua Extranjera the Universidad de la Salamanca, Spain. Diyos ko, Spanish na ito. At present, she is a PhD candidate in the Philippine Studies Tri-College program in UP. A founding member of Musicological Society of the Philippines, Professor Silvestre was former member of the Philippine Madrigal Singers in the 1980s to early 1990s. She was also founding member of AUIT Chamber Vocal Ensemble, which specializes in contemporary and modernist Asian choral music. She was given the 2020 Teresa's Life Achievement Award by her alma mater, St. Teresa's College, Quezon City, for her research and writing in the field of Philippine historical musicology, heritage, and cultural studies, which have been published in local and international journals and presented in conferences here and abroad. At present, she is the producer of Tunog at Tinig, ang ganda po ng boses ni Teacher Pat, the College of Music's radio program at the University of the Philippines Official Radio Broadcasting Network, DZUP. Pat shares her love for music with her family. Her husband, Monet Silvestre, is a musician and a musical director. Their two daughters, Becca and Caterina, have great musicality as well, and together, as a family, they recently did the Department of Tourism NOIP video honoring Filipino medical frontliners all over the world. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Professor Pat. Welcome to Music and Me.
Magandang umaga. Magandang umaga, Luz. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much to you and to PSTD for extending this invitation to moderate for this particular webinar this morning. I am very honored. At this point, we will introduce our guest speaker.
Reminder lang muna tayo, Pat, yung ano natin. We'll remind them that they will all be in mute this morning para
all right, our reminders. Yes, our attendees will all be in mute to manage the flow of information. And for questions later on, you can use the Q&A tab of Zoom. And then later on, Ms. Luz will be asking for your comments or questions. So you can use the chat tab for that. You can change your configuration to send to all panelists and attendees. And we will issue certificates to the first 100 participants who will answer the post-evals, the post-evaluations, which will automatically open on your browser after the webinar. So there. Okay, Luz?
Yeah, you will.
All right. Hello.
At this point.
All right. So this morning we are very happy to have with us Professor Janet Sabas Aracama, or who we fondly call Jai, simply Jai. Jai comes from a highly musical clan. She was exposed early on to the performing arts, taking up ballet at St. Teresa's College, Quezon City, and piano lessons and music theory, eventually to find herself enrolling in music at the University of the Philippines Diliman College of Music. Soon after, she would join the UP Concert Chorus under Professor Ray Pagio to become its soloist, then assistant conductor and choreographer, and eventually its artistic director and conductor. And last year, 2019, she celebrated her 20th year as conductor of the group. As a student, she traveled on 6 world tours. And as conductor, she has steered the group towards winning the overall Grand Prix, first and second prizes, gold diploma, gold prizes, folklore audience prize, napakaraming awards. Prix du Public, audience awards, People's Choice Awards, awards for excellence, etc. in various prestigious choral competitions in Poland, Spain, Hungary, Italy, Germany. Aside from competitions, Teacher Jai has led the UP Concert Chorus, or the Chorus, in 9 major international goodwill and cultural concert tours to the USA, Europe, Poland, Czech Republic, Switzerland, England, Scotland, New Zealand, Malaysia from 2000 to 2015. Naikot na yung buong globe. Among the awards from the Philippines are those given by the Aliw Awards Foundation, the 29th Awit Awards for International Achievement, and the 2013 Ani ng Dangal Awards. Alam niyo po, the awards, competitions, and festivals are just too many to name. But all of these prove just one thing, that Teacher Jai is an excellent vocal choral mentor imbued with passion and deep love for music and the arts. And her achievements in choral music have brought honor and fame not only to UP, but to the nation as well. Teacher Jai is very versatile as a vocal soloist and music theater artist. She has sung in opera and musical theater. It's too countless to name, from classical to pop to semi-classical, from Beethoven to Bernstein to Kayabyab. She has been featured in the CCP's Filipino Artist Series, has represented the country in the ASEAN Pop Song Festival, and has sung at the New York's Carnegie Hall with Basil Valdez, Pilita Corrales, and Gary Valenciano's international tour to the USA and Canada. So you can see here how multifaceted Teacher Jai is in both the classical and pop worlds. Extensive, exceptional, remarkable, thoroughly gifted. Indeed, Teacher Jai's rich and eclectic experiences in music has made her into an artist of the highest caliber. As a solo artist, she has received so many awards, but most important for her is her desire to always include outreach performances, such as her involvement in the Foundation for Lay Education on Heart Disease to help spread the healing magic of music. Teacher Jai, as I said earlier, is an exceptional artist in the field of popular music as well. She was the resident vocal coach of GMA's talent search, The Clash, wherein she mentored young aspiring singers, honing their talent and instilling in them the discipline to become engaging performers who will always be remembered by their audiences. At UP Diliman, at the College of Music, she is a truly dedicated professor, former chair of the choral conducting department, and has performed in countless programs at the colleges of Belardo Hall. For her exemplary contributions to the development of the country's choral art and industry, Jai is one of the distinguished Filipino artists featured in the Cultural Center of the Philippines Encyclopedia of Philippine Art. And 2 years ago, in 2018, she was the musical director. She was invited to become the musical director of the alumni chorale of St. Teresa's College, Quezon City, Himig Undaya. And she has shared her talent and passion to develop traditions into a form with virtual performances of choral music to spread the gifts that music brings, a source of healing, reassurance, and hope. She's married to physical education instructor, production specialist, and church worker, and also a baritone, Joey Aracama. And they have 2 children, Tiara Monina and Michelle Daniel, who are also very musical. She's wife, mother, teacher, singer, conductor, composer, arranger, music minister, and many, many more. A good friend. Jai offers all of these for God and country. So let us all welcome my colleague at the UP College of Music and a dear friend, Teacher Jai Sabas Aracama.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Hi, Teacher Pat. Hi, Luz. Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hindi ako makahinga doon sa introduction. Maraming salamat ha. Ganun pa.
Oo, maikli na nga yan.
Kasi kailangan kumita. Okay lang. Sige. Just to make things
All
light.
right.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Ayan.
This is the last in the series of webinars, I think, as Luz mentioned, and we will have a very light but meaningful discussion about music this morning.
Yes.
Teacher Jai,
Yeah.
first of all, tell us, what made you decide to take up music as a college course? Sa dami ng ibang kurso dyan, bakit music?
Bakit nga ba? Actually, ang laki ng impluwensya ng parents ko. Kasi when, well, my father is a surgeon, my mother is a nurse, and they both love the arts. My father plays the accordion, my mother plays the accordion, and then the piano as well, and they love also the ballet art. So, nung at the age of 3,
Yes.
in-expose na nila ako sa, sabi ko, mag-piano lessons ka na. So, I had my first lessons in theory at the piano with the late Mrs. Manalad of UST. And then, later on kay Miss Avelina, the late also, Miss Avelina Manalo, when I went to grade school and then high school and so on. So, at that time,
Okay.
ayan. Sila ang impluwensya ko. Napakalaki.
All right. Oo nga. And then, there's your family. We mentioned a little bit about them earlier. Would you like to add anything else? Yes.
Actually, nag-meet kami ng husband ko sa church and then sa choir. Baritone pala siya. So, nakita ko. And then, love bloomed. O, diba? And then, baritone pala siya. And then, na-impluensyahan ko ng kaunti sa teatro and nag-aral ng boses din kay Elmo Matthew. Naging baritone siya. And he was in the musical Lapu-Lapu and Once on This Island. Tapos, my daughter is also with the UP Concert Course, but she's also an Asian music major sa UP College of Music. My son is a high baritone and very musical, highly musical. He composes, plays the piano and the drums and the guitar. So, and very active in the worship and music ministry sa Green Hills Christian Fellowship as well. Ayan. Kamusta naman ang ating pag-impluwensya sa kanila? Napaka surrounded sila mula bata sila. Dinala ko na sila sa UP Concert Chorus International Tours when I became a conductor. So, exposed sila. Tapos, mula bata sila, they were, my son was, I think, 2 years old or 4, I don't remember na, matagal na. And then my daughter was 6, and then nadala ko sa US, and then sa 2003 with the concert chorus, and then sa 2008 sa tour sa Switzerland and Italy, nag-compete kami. So, na-expose sila sa buhay ng pagiging conductor and singer ko. At least nakilala nila yung buhay ko. At least maintindihan nila ako as a mom, not only as a teacher. Nakita nila bakit ganun yung time spent ko sa pagtuturo, dedication, ginagamit ko yung music as a venue to communicate and glorify God. So nakita nila yon. So yung pagiging concert chorus conductor ko ay malaking impluwensya din sa kanilang pagiging highly musical at development nila sa appreciation sa music. Ayan.
Yan. Thank you, Teacher Jai.
Thank you.
Naputol si Professor Pat. Tutuloy yung questions namin, ano, kasi professor kayo sa sa music.
Aha.
Tapos marami naiinggit eh, parang wow, parang naglalaro lang yun, biro kakanta ka, magpapiano ka, pero trabaho siya. Pero how is it no as a teaching job? Kasi magkalayo yan, classical at popular music. Paano niyo
Um,
naituro?
yes, I think the only way that it will not feel like it's a job or a burden, kasi I was surrounded by music from the beginning, mula nung bata ako, at naging lifestyle ko na rin, part na ng buhay ko. So it gave me the venue for expression and the
Mm-mm.
venue to worship. So tapos pinag-aralan ko talaga yung techniques at in-apply ko sa buhay ko at i-share ko sa ibang tao. So, yung the ability to bridge, no, or to make it feel, I don't feel like it's work. Nakakatuwa nga because by teaching in UP and other venues, I get rewarded by having a salary, or people appreciate it, no, and give in ways to give it back, no, in other ways. Pero sa akin, hindi ito work. I enjoy it and nakikita ko yung fruit na natututo sila, nakikita ko sila nagpe-perform live. Yun ang regalo sa akin. Kaya hindi ito work talaga sa akin.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
Professor, yes, yan, nandiyan na si teacher.
I'm back. I'm back.
Hey,
Hi,
okay.
Pat!
Sorry for the technical glitches. Nasaan na ba tayo?
Ayun na, siya as a performing
Okay.
artist.
Oo, kasi
Yes.
tinanong ako ni Luz kung bakit does it feel like work, or yung
Yes.
working na teaching both worlds of classic and popular. Sabi ko, nag-enjoy ako kasi nakikita ko yung fruits, yung how they perform na na-apply nila, yun yung fulfillment. So, hindi, yes, of course, it's work. You have to do a lot. May discipline, studying, expressing, communicating, how they should understand. Pero in the end, hindi nagiging work kasi nafu-fulfill ka
Yes.
sa product. Yan.
Yes. About bridging both worlds, which have different demands, maybe in terms of technique and aesthetics, hindi naman problema, no? Shifting from one to the other.
Kasi if you're confident with your technique,
Yes.
at saka naiintindihan mo yung vocal mechanism mo, how your voice, I'm a mezzo, soprano, when I learned voice lessons with Elmo Makil and Professor Bailen. Tapos naiintindihan ko yung bridging the head voice from my chest and then from my chest to my head na hindi nagiging throaty, hindi napapao. So the technique helped me lengthen the duration of the yung endurance ng
Yes.
boses ko. Sad to say, noon, kasi alam mo ng kabataan, minsan you try everything, you try to drink, you try to smoke. Pero when I said, I want to be excellent in my craft, stop everything, and tama, yung health ko was very important. That
Yes.
helped me to become confident and able to bridge. So, yung mga experiences ko na sinishare ko sa mga students ko, they open up, they identify with me, and then saka the learning process comes in. Doon ko na ini-inject yung technique slowly. Kasi they have to first
Yes.
open up Yon.
Yes.
So, yon. That's how
All
I
right.
bridge it. Oo.
All right. All right. All right. So maybe we can move on from the personal side to something else.
Ay,
The meaning of music. Ito na.
ang
You know,
bigat. Okay.
music is many different things to different people. Kasi
Okay.
nga, we all have different social backgrounds, personal experiences. So if you
Okay.
ask, magtanong tayo ng definition ng music dyan sa ating audience participants, iba-iba ang lalabas na sagot. Okay?
Sige nga, sige nga.
It's a, 'di ba? It's a language, it's 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 a philosophy, it's even noise, 'di ba? But there's a question, is it art or science? What do you think?
Deep
Is
breath.
music art or partly science?
Wow, very serious pala ito. Oo. Well, sa akin both.
Yan.
Both or both.
Both.
Music is both art and science. Wow. Alam
Yes.
mo alam mo Pat, Ma'am Pat, Dr.
Oh,
Pat.
wag kang
Science
ganyan.
teaches ay quiet lang. Oo. Sige, okay lang. Oo. Science teaches us that sound is vibration. And then, yung mga frequency na vibration, it makes different
Yes.
sounds. And then, ang music, then, is the study of the sound created by those vibrations. And then, nilalagay niya into patterns. And then, these patterns of vibration, meron siyang phrasing, etc., rhythm, intonation, and then it elicits emotion. O, di ba? Very deep, no?
One.
Tapos,
Yan.
o, di ba, bongga? Music is
Alright.
an art that comes sa akin, from what is inside the soul, inilalabas niya. Tapos yung it puts the artist's creation to display, to be manifested in many forms. Ano pa ba? Alam mo pag nag-music ka, ganitong brain natin may side na pang music, may side na pang science. So, pag nag-ano siya nag-fuse, pag nagwo-work yung music, yan. Tapos, pag ni-express mo, nagiging art kasi yung personality mo injects inside. So, nagiging both science and music, gumagamit ng formulas, gumagamit ng theories.
Theory. Yeah.
Theories.
Yes.
Oh, sorry for the pronunciation. Tapos, theories to solve problems. Oh,
Yes.
tayo naman to solve how intonation is corrected, pitch is perfected, harmonization, and then yung music interacts with sound, tempo, and pitch, and then creates the
Right.
music. Ang science naman, it also interacts with known facts and knowledge.
Right.
Tapos may imagination din. Kaya nagkakaroon ng interaction, lumalabas yung mga discoveries in science.
Yan.
Ayan, bongga.
Tama.
Tapos, meron nga sinasabi, may
Oo.
nabasa ako at narinig ko, science daw is the music of the intellect. And the music
Wow.
is the science of the heart. Bongga ba?
Alright.
Ayun.
Alright. So musicians are both scientists and artists at the same time.
I agree. I definitely
Yes.
agree. A
Right.
scientist with the heart and soul.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And Teacher Jai, we can also even extend it. Like there's a scientific method in what we do, from all the practices and the production planning and the preparation to the
Oo.
concert itself, the
Yes.
performance, or
Yes.
even publishing a paper. There's a
Exactly.
hypothesis, there's a conclusion, there's a recommendation, di ba?
Agree. Agree, Ma'am Pat.
Agree.
Oo, may
Alright.
logic, may mathematics, ano pa?
Yes.
Ayan.
Okay. But maybe, Teacher Jai, would you say that as an art form, is it the most universal of art forms?
I think so. Kasi
Oo eh.
siguro,
Di ba?
I think so kasi siguro dito na mag-bridge nako, bridge over troubled waters. Dito na bridge na yung mga function
Aha.
of
Aha.
music. 'Di ba?
Oo
Ma'am
eh.
Pat,
Oo
what do you
eh.
think?
Yes eh.
Kaya
Kasi di ba?
oo.
Oh, you sing a song that you don't understand the words, but it makes you cry. Why? There's something there.
Ano ba yan? It touches the soul and so it
Okay.
yun na nga elicits emotion. So
Yan.
nabanggit ko yung mga functions. I think that's the one that
Yeah.
is the answer to that. If we know what the functions are.
All right. So
Or
we
pwede
move
natin
on
banggit. O yan.
to functions.
Oh,
Kasi
yan.
marami yan.
Oo.
Okay, music for many, many different things. Let's ask our audience participants
Yeah.
first.
Ano ba
Uh,
ang function sa
ano
kanila?
ba ang functions of music for you aside from those? Would you
Oo.
like to write your answers and then we can take a look at these in a while?
Oo.
Maraming paraan maraming
Oo. Kailangan
functions
ang
ng music.
pronunciation ng function, hindi function. So, function. So, function. Kailangan yung
Yeah.
vocal modality and migration. Sorry ha,
Oh, yeah, no?
nagda-digress
Um,
ako.
Oh,
I'm reading some of the responses, no?
Aha.
Ikaw ba, Teacher Jai? Sige, habang nagsusulat sila. Uh,
Wow.
do you really want do you want music uh, with you while you do your tasks, or you just want silence? Kasi nga lagi na lang tayong nakababad sa music, trabaho natin ito eh. So you
You
just
know,
want a break from it.
oh, well, I agree that you need a
Haha.
break from it because
Yeah,
silence is also music.
exactly.
Oo, kung walang rest, 'di ba? Sa music, they
Yes.
call it the rest.
Yes.
Paano ka
Haha.
gagawa ng music, ng sound kung
Yon.
walang silence? O 'di ba yung
Right.
mga wow, very philosophical, no? Oo.
Yes, there.
And then there are certain musics that I
Yes.
nakakakalma sa akin and makes me focus. For example,
Yes.
I listen to would you believe? I listen to smooth jazz, instrumental
Uh-huh.
music.
Oo.
Instrumental, why? Kasi pag nilagyan mo na ng lyrics,
Iba na.
nag-a-analyze na ako.
Oo.
Kasi yung context. Pero pag music lang, instrumental, at saka smooth, it makes me focus and concentrate on my work. And another
Oo.
type is also Baroque and
Uh-huh.
also the music in the classical period, like Mozart,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
there have been
oo.
studies about that already, no?
And Bach
Oo.
also. Oo,
Yes.
yeah, oo.
Luz, are you there? Maybe you can read to us some of the answers.
yan, sabi nila Lane, stress reliever daw
Oh.
niya music. Music
Wow.
sabi ni Sherry Maya. And to calm me, sabi ni Lisa.
Oo.
Ayan, mostly talagang gusto nila music, parang therapy. And to keep me,
Therapy.
yun, sabi ni Victoria, for
Wow.
station kay Leonora. Ayun, mostly talaga stress reliever siya.
I agree. I totally agree.
Jai
Oo.
dito.
Oo,
Oo.
oo, oo, oo. All
So,
right.
very functional ang music sa buhay natin.
In that sense, no? Lalo na sa panahon ngayon siguro, no? For you, Teacher Jai,
Mhm.
in this time of the pandemic, did music take on a heightened role for you? Ibig sabihin na nadagdagan ang need mo for music on a personal level?
First of all, it makes, yun nga, I agree with our other mga kaibigan natin na nakikinig, no? At
Oo.
nanonood. Stress reliever. Bakit?
Yes.
This pandemic is so, hindi mo
Yeah.
you cannot predict. And siyempre, everything around us, when we don't know and we don't know how to control, nagpapanik, no? So, music calms my nerves. And then, I remember the songs that helps me bring closer to God, mga
Mm-mm.
gospel
Mm-mm.
songs. So, when I wake up in the morning, I hear this song, Great is Thy Faithfulness. Kasi I'm still alive, oh Lord. And so
Yes,
yung song, I
yes.
sing that. So, Great is Thy Faithfulness, oh God, my
Yeah.
Father. So, it makes me worship. So, in the morning, nagkakalma ako and brings me closer to
Oo.
God. And then,
Oo.
um, connecting with my friends is through music as well, and then
Oo.
connecting also to my concert chorus members. Yan. Hindi kami tumitigil pa rin, nagre-rehearse pa rin kami online,
Oo.
etc. So
Oo.
ganon.
Ganda. Ang ganda, no? May nakita akong sagot, napakaganda. Music is like oxygen in the way
Wow.
that gasoline is to a car.
Wow.
Wow.
Parang narinig ko yan
Kay-
na. Oo. Oo. Oo.
All right.
I agree
Um,
because oxygen gives life. Walang oxygen.
yes,
Hindi aandar ang
oxygen gives
kotse pag
life.
parang gasolina. Correct.
O, di ba? Wala na. Okay. So, if we move on, talking about function, no?
Siguro,
One
oo,
important
yeah.
function of music is how it serves as inspiration.
Yes.
Diba?
Oo. Ah,
Yan.
siguro ibanggitin ko lang na music
Oh,
also fills the gap of time. Minsan it's just ambient. It comes
oh
you.
yes.
So hindi ka ano gagawin ko? So relax lang ako, makinig ako ng music. So yung mga ganun feels the time. Tapos minsan it brings back memories, beautiful memories, nostalgies with that connects you and also makes you remember the good times in life. Siyempre, not all in life are
Oo.
good. Pero at least the life stages, your relationships that are memorable, and especially connected with your loved ones. Tapos, minsan, music is also diversion. Minsan,
Mm-mm.
when you're feeling lonely at the same time or not feeling good, just put on
Yes.
music, it makes you feel good and heals,
Iyon.
no? And then,
Oo.
nakaka-trigger ng emosyon.
Oo.
Ang daming kanta dyan. Mamaya biglang gusto mo nang umiyak. Yan, sinabi mo din yan. Or gusto mong biglang sumayaw.
Oo.
Zumba. O, di ba? Kasi
Oo.
mga beat dyan, mga harmony. Tsaka,
Oo. Oo.
tapos meron pang music na helps you to, sasabihin ko, hindi naman control, pace.
Mm-mm.
Have a good pacing. Regulate
Yeah,
yourself.
regulate.
Oo,
Focus. Yeah.
focus, relax, and relieve stress. And then,
Yes.
enhance ang creativity mo as well. Tapos, ano pa ba? Reflection, ayun
Oo.
na. And then, ang pinakamaganda is, hindi lamang social bonding,
Mm-mm.
it unites cultures, music together. But yung nga, you understand yung paligid mo, yung environment mo, the beauty
Oo.
of nature because God is there.
Oo.
Helps you to worship. Nakikita mo yung rhythms of life, yung kanta ng ibon,
Ayun.
yung pag ano ng daloy ng waves ng
May
beach sa
slide yan
sea.
Oo.
Oo,
Nasaan
tapos
ang
yung
slide natin?
ano pa ba? Ang
Mga ibon.
dami-dami. Oh, yung mga
Oo.
ibon-ibon. Oh, yan, ang ganda naman. Oo, yan yung
Saan?
nakaka-inspire.
Yan.
Oo.
Yan.
Alam mo ba
Alright.
kaninang umaga pagising ko, tignan ko sa bintana, merong alas 6 ako nagising kanina. Merong dumapo dun sa edge ng window sill. Kasi may ibon.
Oo.
Oh, it was fresh. It calmed me. Sabi ko, Lord, thank you. Yun.
Alright. Yeah, kaya nga there is music in nature. That's
Yes.
right. In the bird songs, in the rain, the rhythm and fall of the rain.
Even sa pagsalita natin, Mampat.
Yes.
May
the way-
intonation, pagsalita,
Yes.
ang language,
The rise and fall.
rise and fall
Yes,
of
of
the
tones
text, of
and
tones
text.
in the language. And then,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
paglakad natin, kunyari, ang walking tempo, rhythm, o yung
Yes.
nagmamadali, oh,
Yeah.
rhythm
Or the ocean.
buhay. O yan.
The wind.
Napakaganda.
So that's right.
Napakahalaga.
Napakaganda. So it's important that we also try our best to tune in to nature, to listen to
Yes.
that music that is just out
Yes.
there.
Oo.
All right. Okay. Ngayon naman, balik tayo sa pandemic, no?
Ay, okay. Oo nga pala, meron
Kasi-
pa. Oo, meron pa.
Oo, ito ang context natin eh. Teacher Jai, during this period of the pandemic, dami nating nakitang online music making, mga choirs,
Oo nga.
dami biglang naglabasan, ano? And everyone
Grabe.
who is capable of music wanted to have a participation in this. What does this
Exactly.
tell us about what does this, before we answer that, what does this tell us about music itself?
Music itself.
Yeah, during this time
Um,
that
ang
it's
role, yes, maybe you're talking about the role of music at this during these times,
yes,
no? Um, hmm. Uh, sa akin, survival, the
yes,
feeling of survival when you play and you interact music, kahit online.
oo,
Kasi I really miss the face-to-face
yo, yes,
interaction. But
yes,
we have to accept. Isa din yung the ability to accept what is happening now. That's one way
yes,
of surviving. Do not reject it. Do not be in denial.
right,
Kasi that's the only way. Of course, it's not just to accept it, but we also do something about it. And music is, well, therapeutic in the sense, no? Is
yes,
already the application during this pandemic times. And so I have a choir. I have two choirs now actively with the UP Concert Chorus and
yes,
Himig Undaya of STC Alumni Chorale. So virtual choirs are uh, the solution, I think, for now. And the ability to produce, nako, iba, magturo. Minsan,
oo,
minsan you start first with songs that you already know in the past. Pero iba na yung recording it with audio. And then,
yes,
kunyari, you have to have a guide. Paano kung a cappella or with -1? So, you have to make that. So, composer, arranger ka na, audio editor ka pa.
oo,
Pangalawa, anong itsura mo? Alangan naman tunog lang ang paparinig mo sa Facebook o sa YouTube. So, kailangan may
oo,
visuals, visual editing.
oo,
So, yun ang natutunan namin. Lalo na ako. And, yung, kumbaga, may venue to express yung mga, hindi lamang yung singers ko, pero at the same time, connecting with them, hindi nawawala.
yes,
Tapos
yes.
documented siya and then it reaches a big and wider audience pa rin. So
Actually, no?
and then
Oo,
the choice of the songs then, is it going to minister to them, inspire them and uplift their spirits. So I think that's the way it should be during this pandemic. Yun.
yes.
Mm-mm.
All right. And, you know, for us, music artists, it's a way for us to, as a community of artists, to express what we feel and to connect, no?
Yes,
To
yes.
connect, to
To
express our
connect.
anxieties and fears is very important. And also, music, no, will continue to flourish despite all of these new changes and
Kasi
ways of adapting, diba?
kasi Ma'am Pat, I believe
Yes, I
ang music,
believe.
I believe for every drop that rain that falls. Hindi, Ma'am Pat. I believe yung music is a gift from God sent to us. It's a taste of heaven on
Yes.
earth. No, kung hindi ka nakaka-embrace o tumatanggap or lasapin mo ang rhythms of life, musical rhythms of life sa buhay mo, ito nga ang nakakadala at help us overcome during this pandemic. So,
Yes.
I think that's it.
All
It
right.
connects us and makes us understand why things happen as well.
Oo nga.
Diba? Oh.
Ay, nakakamiss na ang ano, no, face-to-face singing. Pero ang
Oh,
laway.
ay, kailangan naka-face mask. Kailangan
Kailangan
mag-invento
naka-face
sa UP
mask.
College of Music habang nag-election. Kaya hindi pa
Oo,
pwede eh. Mm-mm.
kaya nga. May tanong ako sa iyo.
Yes.
Ito, how are you coping with this outside of music? Kasi in a past survey done by PSTD on how teachers have been coping,
Mhm.
more than 1,000 responded saying they cope by praying,
Oh, yes.
talking to people more, gardening,
I
making,
agree.
watching movies, journal, eating.
It's
Ikaw,
true.
ano? Ikaw,
Eh,
ano? Aside
alam
from music.
mo, I identify with them all. I agree. Praying, gardening.
Yes.
I tried to Well, nag-survive naman yung mga oregano plants ko, yung malunggay plant ko. So, yun. Tapos, giving more attention to your pet. Kunyari, gano'n. Mga little things,
Oo.
trivial things that you think were just trivial, pero importante pala
Oh,
sa buhay.
uy.
Tapos, yung
Oo.
hindi lamang kumain, kailangan balanse kasi diabetic ako, so kailangan pa rin conscious. Pero yung
Oo.
pagluto ng pagkain, and
Oo.
then you are able to educate yourself what are the more healthful foods, and then that can cause you have a fuller body. Exercise, well, medyo I have to push myself even more.
Mm. Mm.
Pero meron naman akong stationary bike, pero
Oh,
kailangan pa.
okay.
So, and then, listening music pa rin. Kahit sabi mo outside music, wala, hindi ko ma-separate ang sarili ko sa music because I have to hear it.
Yes.
And my senses, nagagamit visually, and my hearing and to taste, lasapin mo, it has to be, I could experience music around me dapat during this time,
Yes.
especially. Oo.
All right. All right. So, tuloy tayo sa new normal natin na dala-dala pa rin ang choral music at ang the show must go on, as they say. Diba?
Ayan. Oo. Wow.
Oo. All right. uh, well, move on na tayo.
Sige.
Alam nyo ba na tayong Pilipino, no, nabansagan tayo as a singing people. We have been called a very musical race.
Aha.
Singing people, no, since pre-colonial times pa, no.
Mm-mm.
So, totoo ba yan? Let's ask our audience participants. Do you believe that all of you are musical people in different ways?
Aha.
I'm sure yes ang sagot dyan.
I'm
Diba yung
sure.
yes, ayan, may sumagot. Yes, yes, yes. Kasi yung iba dyan,
yes.
pag sabihin mo, kanta ka naman, sasabihin nila, ay, hindi ako kumakanta. Pero yun pala, sa shower, kumakanta.
Ay, oo nga.
Ay,
Kunyari,
see?
ayaw niya kumanta, pero handa pala. Ito na yung -1 ko.
So, can you explain a little bit about this, Teacher Jai? Do you believe this?
I truly believe this, that the Filipinos have been blessed and gifted with musicality.
Yes.
High musicality. And when I say this, because of our environment, especially we are islands, surrounded by wonderful mountains, nice terrain. Nakikita mo yung beauty of the nature and the sea. And you can hear it, you can feel it. Kaya nga yung mismong buhay sa probinsya, ang ganda. Nakakatulong sa musicality ng mga Pinoy. At ganun
Oo.
noon ang kabuhay, sabi mo 18th, 19th century, kapanahon pa ng Espanyol. Tapos
Oo.
minsan, tayo ang Pilipinas, maulan,
Oo.
meron init. So,
Oo.
naririnig natin, lalo na yung rhythms ng ulan. Ayan. Minsan,
Oo.
it trickles, calming. Tapos, biglang crescendo, boom! Ayan na. Yung pala, lightning and thunder na. So, nagiging timpani.
Oo.
Tapos, yung mga huni ng mga ibon, yung mga sound ng mga bamboo leaves, mga puno, yung rush ng wind, nakakakalma. I think,
Yes.
and then, nakaka-impluwensya yan sa ating rhythm ng buhay. Tapos ngayon yung ating rich culture. Ang dami nating nadidiscover sa ating mismong kultura na naglalabas ng mga different
Yes.
and intonations and texture ng music. So, bamboo music, metallophones, kung anong mga dyan, ringtones, etc. Tapos minsan, if I can quote, nag-recognize din yan ni isang matanyag na producer sa Great Britain, sa West End sa London, si Cameron McIntosh. Sabi nga niya, the Filipino talent grows on trees. Talagang sobra, parang dito dinapuan lahat daw yung talent ng galing ng Pilipino.
Oo eh.
Pag-awit,
Oo nga eh.
sa pagsayaw, sa lahat.
Yeah.
Yan.
Yes, in different ways, no? Kaya mamaya, no, we will, the participants will claim that individual musicality of theirs, but they have to believe in it first, di ba?
Oo, believe
All right.
muna.
Believe
At,
muna.
at saka magandang i-hone,
Yes.
i-develop. Wag lang believe.
Okay.
I-develop natin. Ayan.
I-develop yan. O mamaya
Oo.
yun, mamaya.
Ay, sige.
Mamaya.
Excited?
Yun, basta everybody's musical. Alam nyo, yun nga ang nakakatuwa sa Pilipinas. We have used music on a different function naman to assert our identity, to express nationalism, patriotism, conquer adversity.
Malakas.
Yun.
Malakas ang
Okay.
communication dyan.
Oo. Ngayon, maiba ang tanong ko sa iyo.
Oh, sige nga.
Oo, maiba tayo. Medyo personal. What is the soundtrack of your life?
Ano ba
Ayan.
yan? Parang
Soundtrack.
sine.
Kasi alam mo, lahat tayo, itong mga participants natin, they all have soundtracks of their lives. Yung music na made an impact on your life. You can
Hindi
just give me one.
Impacto Impact. Okay, iba.
The one that defines you. That you simply love, or that was there in the whole journey of your life. Do you have one example of a song? Alam ko marami, pero
siguro ito kasi ang laking impluwensya nung bata-bata ako, yung Sound of Music.
Oo.
Yung awit doon, lalong-lalo na yung
Alin doon?
Climb Every Mountain.
Climb Every Mountain.
Sobra.
Ayan. While Teacher Jai is answering, let's ask our participants to write down the soundtrack of their lives. What song? Ano ang kanta ng buhay nyo? Okay?
Wow.
Alright. O sige.
Oo. Tapos,
ano pa?
So, yung Climb Every, kasi yung naalala ko lalo na ngayon, hanggang ngayon, itong awit ay is true to my life. Kasi you follow your dream. Meron pa rin tayong dream. And then, wag kang mawawala ng pag-asa. Tapos yung Amazing Grace ni God. Amazing Grace. Kasi noon, blind ako to His grace.
Yes.
His love for us. And now, He made me see how, and through music, yun, ginamit ni Lord yun na para makita ko ang kagandahan ng buhay through music. And then,
ganda!
Oo. Tapos, you learn to praise God through music. Kasi, this song's like, How Great Thou Art! How Great Thou Art! Yung ganun. Wala, para akong, tapos yung mga spirituals, ewan ko ba, Tagalog kaya? Alam
Tagalog.
mo, nung 80s, ayan na, biglang tumakbo. Actually, ang nakakatuwa yung kanta ni Sharon Cuneta. Maski sabihin nyo, baduy ako, pero yung Sana'y Wala ng Wakas. Ewan ko,
gusto ko
forever
rin yun,
sa akin
Wala
yan.
ng Wakas.
Oo, kasi
alam mo bang,
maganda yung message. Gusto ko siya.
Tsaka para siyang kundiman ang dating.
Ay,
diba?
Oo, kay Willie, ano to?
Willie Cruz.
Willie Cruz. So, lalo na yung text na, kahit na ilang tinig, ay kaya kong tapakan. Diba? Naiiyak ako dyan. Ewan ko ba, tas, ang dami, lalo na yung, tapos nung na-in love na, ayan na, itong song na, yung, ikaw ang bigay ng may kapal.
Yan.
Alam nila yan.
Okay. Luz, let's have some of the answers. Let's see about the songs ng mga audience natin.
Tightrope from Greatest Showman. Tapos I Believe I Can Fly. Bituing Walang Ningning kay Donalyn. Heart of Worship ni Elizabeth. By si Regina gusto yon. Galaxy ay walang pangalan pero that's my favorite song, yung kanta mo daw, sabi niya ano pa ba, may The Prayer, Anak, Trust
Anak.
Heart, si Ronaldine. Okay. Si Grace naman, How Great Thou Art. safe si Ansherin. Yan.
Wow,
Diba?
ganda
Tagalog
naman.
at English.
Ganda ng mga songs. Yes,
Mm-mm.
ay ang ganda. Yes.
Ganda.
Gusto ko rin yung mga songs na yan na
The
binanggit.
Warrior is a Child ni Lucky.
Wow!
Ni Lucky yun.
Ang
Ganda
dami,
yan.
ang ganda.
Very, very
Alright.
strong and powerful talaga ang medium of yung music.
Oo.
Mm-mm.
Kaya nga, so which leads me to my next question.
Ang dami na nga.
Malapit na tumatapos. And this will
Okay
end with a
lang.
bang. How can we be in tune with our own personal soundtrack? Kasi Teacher Jai, ikaw ay isang kilalang vocal coach and mentor at the teacher. Please tell us naman how we can harness our inner innate musical talents. Kasi gaya ng
Okay.
nabanggit ko kanina, all our audience participants said, yes, I am musical.
Wow.
So what
I love that.
steps, what steps can be taken towards harnessing our talents to effectively use and develop the music in us para maging avenue of self-expression, agent of change, a medium for positivity and well-being, no?
Yes.
Etc., etc.
Ah,
Ayan.
wow. Whew.
Yan muna.
Deep breath.
Deep breath.
Magandang well, sa deep breath, breathing is actually how you can harness your, intindihin muna natin kung meron bang, lahat tayo may boses. Lahat tayo may senses. Nakakarinig, sense of taste, sight, and lahat tayo ay musical. So, kailangan, pero hindi lahat pareho-parehong levels of musicality. So, from 1 to 10. Ayan. So, kailangan i-develop natin yan. Lahat, kasi nga, as I said, lahat ito galing, I believe music is a gift and a taste of heaven here on earth. So, lahat tayo ay makakaawit. We will be able to sing. Then, hanap tayo ng mag-invest tayo ng oras, paano natin i-develop ito. Maghanap tayo siguro ng pangalawang tainga o pangalawang mata, siguro a teacher. Yeah, I mean, a friend who is authoritative, or not authoritative, an expert in this field, and consult. And maybe if you have enough budget, you can ask for lessons. And then, intindihin ang musicality theories or yung, ano yung dapat na melodic cadences at tawag niyan. Intindihin yung science ng music. So, kailangan mag-aral. Ayan. Tapos, pag inaral natin, appreciate natin yung ating lingwahe, our own language tones. Intindihin natin ang kabutihan, maaring Tagalog, Ilocano, Bisaya, or Chabacano, or maaring, minsan tayo nag-aaral naman ng Italian, German. So, yung language is very important. Intindihin natin yung nuances, yung dynamics ng mga iba't ibang lingwahe. Tapos, i-associate natin, paano mo naman i-interpret ito? Paano ka magiging magaling na musician or expressor of this? Is to identify yourself, be true to yourself. Ano ba yung mga personal experiences, no, na nakaka-identify ka dun sa awit? Ngayon, yung iba magaling mag-compose, sige, go ahead. Pero yung iba, andyan yung mga awit, matutong makinig, gayahin. Sige lang, okay lang, gayahin, hanggat tapos merong ibang taong mga marunong or expert na makikinig sa iyo at maaring turuan ka na rin at be open to learn as well. Yun. So, I think magandang ma-harness itong talent natin.
Oo, pero unang-una ay believe muna, di ba? Yan.
I believe. Yes.
Okay. pasample nga, Teacher Jai, ng
Ha?
maikling basic voice lesson. Ha?
Tako.
Para lang sa ating participants.
Okay.
Try to follow along in your houses, no? Diyan sa mga gadget nyo.
Kakatuwa.
Subukan nyong sumunod kay Teacher Jai sa kanyang vocalist.
Well, siguro una muna, kasi nabanggit mo yung oxygen, di ba? At saka yung gasolina. So, kailangan marunong tayo i-harness na, i-develop natin yung strength ng muscles, yung vocal mechanism natin. So, kailangan marunong tayo magbuka ng bibig. The yawn position. Tapos yung, minsan yung to warm up our muscles, yung lip trill tayo. Nakakagising
Yan.
Tapos minsan, yung mga vowels, o kaya yung lagyan mo ng linguals or labials. For example, M is one. Mi, combine mo. Mame, mi, mola. Mame, mi, mola. Or lagyan mo naman ng sibilants. S, or t, d, for example, or b, bl, combination. Blah, blah, blee, blah, blee, blow. Blah, blee, blah, blee, blah, blee, blah, blee, blow. Or zing, zinga mama, zinga mama, zinga mama, zinga mama, zing, zing, zing. Or meron pa tayong pwede ring phrases. For example, I love you so. I love you so. O, di ba? O kaya, amore, Italiano. Amore.
Yan.
Nabibingin na ba kayo? Sorry po, ha?
Nasusundan nyo ba? All participants?
Sorry,
Gawin nyo
ha?
yan, ha? Gawin nyo yan.
Kahit sa banyo, okay lang. Huwag kayo
Kahit
mahiya.
kahit sa
Yung
banyo.
consonants with vowels, lahat. Ay,
Yes.
go! Go lang ng go.
Yes. Believe and go. All right. Are there any questions at this point that you'd like to ask Teacher Jai? Maybe we have time for just a few about, the voice. Type in your questions.
Nako.
Yeah. Oh, sabi ni Emma Manyalak, are we born with a love for music or is it something being developed?
A love for music, something developed. It's both, actually, as I have said, it is a gift from God. It is a taste of heaven here on earth. And I believe when we all die, we will sing with the angels and sing Hallelujah chorus ni Henry.
Yes.
So it's both. It's love and it should be developed.
And then questions like from John, what instrument kaya ang pwedeng pisahang aralin?
Instrument sorry po?
Musical instrument that they can start using.
Ang pinakamaganda talaga is the keyboard or the piano. Intindihin muna yung mga and to be able to hear the sound. Well, sasabihin ko yun kasi doon ako nag-start eh. And then, siguro, kung gusto mo maging mga awit, voice lessons, and then, pero sa akin, piano pa rin, piano.
Teacher Jai, voice lessons, ano daw difference ng chest at saka head tone?
Hala.
Well, chest is part of the anatomy. It's a cavity. It's a cavity where it resonates. It's a space here, no? Where the voice is resonated. But the voice source comes from the larynx, the box. So these are migrators. Ayan na, nagtuturo na si Ma'am Jai. Tapos kung head voice, it goes now to the head range. Nagproproduce siya ng going to it resonates in the head area. What is our head? It's actually kasama not only the brain, but the mouth, the sinuses, ang dami na sinuses. There's spaces here. And then yung mga buto, yung mismong skull natin. So these are materials that help resonate, no? So the spaces help vibrate that. Oo, yun.
Yon. Nako, Luz, paano yan? Kailangan siguro ng ibang session na para sa voice technique at
Oo
mga
nga.
tanong kay...
Ma'am Pat,
Teacher Jai.
Alright.
voice technique, wag voice voice, okay?
Alright.
Oo. We will
Okay.
collect no yung questions and we'll send it to Teacher Jai. Tapos we can ask Teacher Jai to answer them tapos padala namin through Facebook. Maraming
Sure.
Yan. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sige.
Alright. Okay. Now, alam nyo, at this point, our webinar will not be complete without a sample of a song from our guest, from Teacher Jai herself. Ano kaya
Kinabahan ako.
magandang kanta to close the program?
Marami. Ano ba?
Marami. Marami.
Awit ng buhay ko.
Awit ng buhay ko. Thank you for the music. Pwede bang kahit na maputi na ang buhok ko?
Meron naman, pwede
You
ibang panahon na lang yon. Pwede ko, later on, pero masyadong obvious kasi.
Alam ko na. You
Ano?
know, since we've been talking about music,
Okay.
how about kay ganda ng ating musika
Wow, naku naman.
ni national
What an
artist
honor to-
Ryan
I think-
Kayab?
Sige, I like the
Ano?
song kasi friend natin,
Oo.
national artist si Ryan.
Oo. At
saka,
hindi lang yon.
napakaganda ng lyrics nitong awiting ito.
Napakaganda ng lyrics, ng kagandahan ng musika natin, yung musicality ng Pilipino na very natural, at
Aha.
ang musika as a very meaningful and beautiful art form. Okay,
Oo.
ngayon, ang gagawin natin, audience, participants, Teacher Jai is going to sing the song, and I'm sure you all know this, right?
Kay ganda ng
Pagdating
ating
sa-
musika, no?
Oo. Yes. Pagdating sa chorus, ano ba yung chorus?
Kay
Ah,
ganda
Ng ating musika. Ayan.
Chorus na kaagad?
Everybody join in, alright?
Okay, go. Sige.
Diyan sa mga gadgets nyo, sa laptop, sa computer, sa bahay, sing it out. Alright?
Eto na.
Eto na. So, Teacher Jai,
Sige.
kay ganda ng ating musika. Kasi conduct mo ha, kung kailan papasok
Ko-conduct
ang
ko?
participants, ha?
Okay. Hindi conductor
Alright.
ng bus, ha? Conductor.
Alright.
Here we go. Okay. Everybody. Magmula nung ako'y natutong umawit, naging makulay ang aking munting daigdig. Tila ilog pala ang pag-ibig, kung malalim damdami pag-ibig, kung umapaw ang kaluluwa at tinig, ay sadyang nanginginig. Magmula nung ako'y natutong umawit, bawat sandali aking pilit mapatid, ang himig na may tuturing atin, mapupuri pagkat bukod tangi, di marami ang di magsasabi, heto na't inyong
Ayan na.
dinggin. Everybody! Kay ganda, ng ating musika, kay ganda, ng ating musika, ito ay ating sariling, at sa habang buhay, hawitin natin kay ganda ng sorry po.
Yes! Yeah,
Na-excite
yes!
po ako. I hope you enjoyed that. Naku,
I
maganda
hope you
ito.
sang along. Wow!
Nag-enjoy
How
ako. Sabi ko,
nice.
sarap pala. Sarap. Napaka-therapeutic. Ay. Thank you, Lord.
Salamat. Salamat
Thank
para
you.
dyan.
Salamat
Alright.
din.
So, Luz, we are ending our webinar with this beautiful song from Teacher Jai. Standing
Thank you.
ovation. Wow.
Wow. Thank you po. Maraming
Okay.
salamat.
So, before I turn you over to to Luz, our anchor, I just like to close the webinar and put together all the important points that we talked about. Unang-una, nakilala natin si Teacher Jai up close and personal with her life in music, and she is one of the most in-demand of vocal coaches in both classical and pop worlds, an artist of the highest caliber. But most important of all, she is very willing to share her time and talent in serving the Lord and the community. Pangalawa, music is both an art and a science. If science feeds the mind, music feeds the soul and the heart. Pangatlo, maraming functions ng music, iba-iba, no? Ang inspirasyon ay isang mahalagang function yan. And then also, despite the pandemic, no, music is alive and kicking. It will continue to flourish. And the show must go on, taking place in new platforms, new virtual spaces, okay? And all of us teachers and our audience are finding ways to cope with this period in our lives, hopefully through music. We are also a very musical people, and as Teacher Jai said and pointed out the steps, we can harness our inner undiscovered musicality or strengthen it if you've already harnessed it, so we can use it meaningfully in our lives. All right, Luz.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Jai Sabas Aracama, for sharing
Salamat.
talent with us. Salamat, salamat. We are also grateful to you, Professor Pat Silvestre, our brilliant moderator for this engaging session.
Salamat, Pat.
You both have
Malang
made
salamat ng marami. Salamat. Salamat.
You both have made us appreciate the music around us and feel the rhythm of music within our hearts with such an insightful discussion. So to our dear teachers and other guest participants, we look forward to seeing you in our succeeding programs. Join us 2 p.m., no? 2 p.m. and learn vital tips on how to be a better instructional designer with Sarah Gregorio as our facilitator. And then tomorrow, 7 p.m., attend our chillax session and play with us. Experience how Mentimeter works to make learning an enjoyable experience for your students. At sa inyo na rin. And then grab the chance to win a seat at the webinar sponsored by ITD Consulting. Nandyan si Serely Alcaraz, and she will help us have a review, no, on the topics earlier this week, mindfulness, and today, yung music in me. And also, we would like to present to you next month. Our theme is Tech Train. We will invite technical training experts to teach you how to install a blended learning event and share best practices in moving practical face-to-face learning to online learning. So that caps our DigiTeach, our month-long special learning series for you, our dear teachers. Say I in the chat box if you have attended all 8 sessions this July. Pwedeng nasa Facebook kayo nanood or through Zoom. Please let us know na na-complete nyo lahat. Maraming pong salamat sa mga nakakompleto ng ating mga sessions. And we hope we have helped prepare better for this coming school year in the new digital learning space. We also hope we have inspired you to be more resilient educators in facing the challenges during this particular uncertain period. Once again, this is Luz Mercurio, your session anchor. Let me just thank all the speakers, all the moderators. Maraming salamat po. Special thanks to the DigiTeach team. No? Kasama po dyan ang presidente ng PSTD, si President John Baluy, si Lawrence Ko, technical support, 50% po ng paggana ng aming production sa tulong ni Nat Monseo at saka si Jen Espiel. No? And thank you to Norman Baluyat, our business dev head, kasi ang gaganda ng layout. Maribel Aglipay, Bambi Donato, June Roy, salamat for helping us invite speakers sa DigiTeach month natin. So this is Luz Mercurio, your anchor session anchor this afternoon. Maraming salamat. Goodbye.